I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now because something just dropped that nobody saw coming. Ryan Reynolds, the man who has spent 14 years making Blake Lively the punchline of every joke, the guy who turned trolling his own wife into a personality, has just seemingly confirmed something publicly that has sent the entire internet into full meltdown mode. And look, people have been saying this was coming for months. The rumors, the separate appearances, the missing birthday post, all of it. But nobody expected it to come out like this. Nobody expected the confirmation to land the way it did. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, the full picture is going to hit very differently than you think. And trust me, the real story is not what the headlines are saying. Okay, so let's go back and set the scene properly, because if you do not understand where this marriage was 12 months ago, the place it has ended up is going to feel like it came out of nowhere. And it absolutely did not come out of nowhere. Blake and Ryan have been together since 2011, married in 2012. 4 kids. 14 years of what looked like the most untouchable brand in Hollywood. Not just a marriage, an actual brand. The funny, hot couple who trolled each other on Instagram, who showed up to every red carpet looking ridiculously good, who made everyone on the internet feel bad about their own relationships. That was the product they were selling. And for a long time, it worked perfectly. But here's what was happening underneath that surface. Ryan Reynolds has spent years making Blake the punchline. And fans used to think it was adorable. Remember the human shield joke? The one where he said on national television that if they were ever under attack, he would throw Blake in harm's way to protect their kid? People laughed. It was branded as couple goals. Then there was the birthday tweet, where instead of posting something heartfelt, he wished Billy Ray Cyrus a happy birthday first, and then casually added, also happy birthday Blake, like an afterthought. The internet called it cute. Looking back now, it reads very differently. Then, December 2024 arrives, and Blake files her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni over alleged sexual harassment on the set of It Ends With Us. And this is where the fantasy starts cracking in real time. So here is what the mainstream coverage keeps missing. The lawsuit did not just damage Blake's career. It changed something inside the marriage that nobody can put back. Ryan was supposed to be her dragon. That was the whole thing. He shows up, he makes jokes, he signals to the world that they are a united front and everyone moves on. That is what happened at the SNL appearance. Jokes, laughter, we are fine, keep scrolling. But insiders say that appearance was not about supporting Blake. It was about protecting Ryan Reynolds, the brand. There is a difference. And Blake noticed. Because here is what was actually happening behind the scenes. Ryan reportedly started pushing for a settlement almost immediately. Sources told journalist Rob Shooter that Reynolds, quote, saw the full picture early. He knew the longer this dragged on, the more it would erode everything. Her career, her reputation, even their closest relationships. But Blake refused to back down. Sources close to her say the lawsuit became deeply personal. It was not about winning anymore. It was about proving she was right. She could not see how much it was costing her in real time. And bro, it was costing her everything. A Disney executive who previously worked with Blake told the Daily Mail the case has ruined her in Hollywood. No tears being shed, no calls coming in. An anonymous insider confirmed she is not getting the offers, and there has not been anywhere near the same interest in her since the Baldoni drama exploded. Bridges burned, industry steering clear. Meanwhile, Ryan is watching all of this from the sidelines, more calculating than emotional, more focused on his own positioning than hers. And the fights start. Not the playful banter kind. Sources told Shooter directly, it is constant. F-bombs, not playful anymore, wearing them both down. Perez Hilton ran with the story in September 2025, writing that what was once lighthearted banter had turned genuinely toxic. Both of them bickering constantly, like a lot. Here is the reaction moment that tells you everything. In April 2026, a Daily Mail insider described the marriage like this. They are not as playful as they used to be. A light has dimmed. A light has dimmed. That is the quote. Not they are fighting publicly. Not lawyers have been called. Not the marriage is over. Just a light has dimmed. And somehow that is more devastating than any of the dramatic language, because anyone who has been in a long relationship knows exactly what that sentence means. That is the description of two people who are still in the same room, but no longer reaching for each other. The same source added, they used to have big dinner parties, and they have not had them for a while. They are just not being very social. They are preoccupied. And you can hear the shift in that description. From Hollywood's golden couple hosting the best parties in the industry, to two people who cannot face putting on a show for anyone anymore. And here is where it gets crazy. Ryan skipped posting a birthday message for Blake in August 2025. Now look, Ryan Reynolds built his entire husband persona around those posts. Every birthday, every anniversary, every random Tuesday, he would post something funny and devoted, and the internet would absolutely lose its mind over it. Missing a birthday post was not an oversight. That was a signal, and the people paying attention saw it immediately.
Are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds heading towards divorce? Because suddenly there's a bunch of articles saying so. If you do a little quick Google search, a bunch of articles talking about divorce rumors are popping up within like the last not even 24 hours. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' divorce rumors intensify amid legal and personal strain. Sources close to the couple say the marriage, once considered one of Hollywood's strongest, is under significant strain. The couple, who share 4 young children, have reportedly been living apart in recent weeks, with Reynolds spending more time at their New York residence while Lively remains primarily in LA. While no divorce papers have been filed, multiple entertainment outlets claim the relationship has reached a breaking point. And then we have this: 3 signs Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's marriage is hanging on by a thread. A source claims Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are not as playful as they used to be. Apparently, this source had spoken to Daily Mail first. Ryan Reynolds is reportedly furiously trying to save his own career. Insider elaborated, he's worried this is going to destroy him too, his brand, his reputation, everything. Do Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have money problems? Another source divulged to the Daily Mail that the fallout surrounding Blake Lively's high-profile legal case has been bad for both her career and husband Ryan Reynolds, and in turn their bottom line, which naturally only heightens the stress in their marriage. Blake is not getting the offers, and there has not been anywhere near the interest in her since the Baldoni drama.
Wait for it, because here is the part that reframes everything. Blake eventually settled. May 2026. The lawsuit is done. Joint statement. Both sides claimed victory. And the reason she settled, the real reason, according to multiple sources close to the situation, was not the money, was not the legal strategy, was not even her career. It was Ryan. A source told Naughty But Nice, the realization hit her all at once. She had already lost too much, professionally, personally, publicly. The one thing she refused to lose was her marriage. Let that land for a second. Blake Lively, who dug into that lawsuit like her whole identity depended on winning it, who refused to settle for over a year while her career was being dismantled piece by piece, finally appeared to have folded because she was terrified of losing Ryan. But here's the twist. And no cap, this is the part that changes the entire story. Ryan had already been living primarily at the family's New York home for weeks before the settlement. Sources say Blake was in Los Angeles, separate residences, multiple outlets reported it, 4 kids between them, and they were not in the same city. And Ryan was apparently the one pushing hardest for the settlement, not because he wanted to protect Blake, but because he wanted to protect himself, his brand, his reputation, his business relationships, everything. The settlement happened, and now they're back again at it in June 2026. Insane. And then Ryan makes a joke, because of course he does. He is doing press, and someone asks about the future, and he drops a line about his wife and kids divorcing him if he makes another movie. The crowd laughs, Ryan grins, and the entire internet starts screenshotting circulating that quote with the caption, "He said it himself." Here is what I actually think is happening. No cap. No dramatic music needed, just the straight read. The marriage that existed 2 years ago is not the marriage that exists today, and everyone inside that circle knows it. The lawsuit changed them, not because Baldoni came between them, but because the lawsuit revealed who they each actually are when things get hard. And what it revealed is that they were pulling in different directions the whole time. They just had enough momentum to cover it up. Ryan is a strategist. He manages optics. He makes calculated decisions dressed up as jokes. Blake is emotional, stubborn, deeply personal about everything, willing to burn it all down to feel vindicated. Those personalities work great as a brand. As 2 people trying to survive the most public crisis of their lives at the same time, they were always going to tear at each other. The light dimming quote is the most honest thing anyone said about this whole situation. That is not a marriage that exploded. That is a marriage that exhausted itself. And whether they survive it or not, the version of Blake and Ryan that people fell in love with, that couple, that brand, that whole carefully packaged fantasy, that is already gone. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think they come back from this? Or is the settlement the beginning of the actual end? Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.